How's it going, everybody? Hope you had a good weekend. So my weekend's been a bit rough. I had problems with what I'm doing there, which I'll spin around and show you in a minute, and the van and another Corsa, and yeah, all sorts of things that happened. So where do we start? So the old VW Crafter van that we got, our camper stroke workshop vehicle, the brakes decided to go on it. So we're driving down the road, cruising nicely as you do, and start making all these crazy noises. So I obviously knew what it was sort of fairly quickly, and I'll show you down here what it was. The old brake pads were metal to metal and starting to rip up the discs. So ordered some of them, got some Brembros to match the calipers, because I know they're Brembros on them, even the straight Mercedes and VW ones, you know, straight from the main deal. That's what they put on. So got all that lot, got the whole kit, all the sliders, greased everything up. One of the sliders on the passenger side I had to work with a little bit, heat it up, get it working, clean it all out in the system and sort it all out, but we done that, put them all back together. Running lovely, all good. So that weren't too bad. Then after that, we went up a shop to get some supplies, as you do, and we headed to Wisbech, which is about an hour from here, because we're in the middle of nowhere, and you either got Wisbech right at that end, or you got Norwich right over that way, and nothing in the middle, so we have to go up there. So we jumped in one of the Corsas that we bought recently, got 2 minutes from the shop, started seeing smoke and stuff coming out of the bonnet. Juddery car, did it, not good. Popped the bonnet, could see a little leak on the hose, undone the cap on the water bottle, splash, 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 going everywhere. Yeah, head gasket or head's cracked, one of the two, not good. So let it cool down, try to force some water in it, bleed it around the system, you know, try and get it home as you would. Not happening. Obviously that was red hot and I was trying to put cold water in it. We did actually manage to get some hot water in a couple of water bottles. We just knocked on someone's door and pleaded for some warm water, which they gave us, but no, didn't want to know. After that, wouldn't go again, wouldn't start. It was sort of, you know, as they do. I was trying to fire, but I just didn't want to know. I think the water's going through the head, getting to the spark plugs, and everything's wet or it's getting flooded, one of the two. So not good. So where we were, we sort of took it down the road a little bit, and the people come out, wondered what we were doing, because we'd been there about an hour and a half, and said we could push the car into their driveway and leave it there for now until we can pick it up. So that's what we done. A day later, got the old Crafter van out, went over to storage, got the big trailer out, headed up to Wisbech, spun it over a few times, didn't want to know, so we all pushed it up onto the trailer and drove it back here. Next morning, put the old jump pack of stuff on it, spun it over a few times, bang, fired up, ran lovely. Ran perfect because they had no water in it, obviously. Tried to start feeding some water into it. Within 10-15 minutes, started to splutter, started to run rough. So clearly head gasket or head gone, so yeah, that one needs an engine, I think. Not worth the hassle, to be fair. Once they've been hot like that, they're not very good engines to mess around with. So that was the end of that one. So we'll have to get an engine for that one. After that, I started doing this car here, which I weren't going to even put on the channel or even film or anything. It was just a case of I had to flatten down a roof and a bonnet because they had all gone lacquer appealing and that was flaking everywhere and looked absolutely terrible. So I done both of them, got them in primer, flattened them all back, done all the prep we needed to do, painted them the bluey colour, give them a load of lacquer, They're all nice and shiny, look lovely. When to put them back on the car, both sides of the car, nothing matches whatsoever. You've got like a greeny sort of pearly colour on the sides, and mine's more of a darker blue. So I thought, oh, what? My paint's gone wrong, that was my fault. Turns out no, I looked inside the doors, looked inside the boot shuts and stuff like that, under the engine bay, my colour's right, someone's painted both sides of the blade Corsa in the wrong colour. So, guess what? I've got to prep both sides now. There's a couple of little dents I'm going to have to do now, and a couple of bits and pieces here and there I'm going to have to prep out, and I'm going to have to prep the rest and paint the rest of the car now, just to get it to match, which is not good. Obviously going to have to buy some more paint, some more lacquer. Yeah, it's going to turn into a full respray. The only thing I'm going to get away with is not doing the bumpers, because they are actually the right colour. Must have been done, or not ever done, one of the two, but someone's definitely been playing them out with it. And if you actually feel down the sides of the car, it's actually quite sort of like chalky, misty, rough sort of feel. It's not enough lacquer on it, if that makes sense, whoever done it. So that's definitely been done. I don't know how recent, but didn't match at all, so not good. So that was a bit of a pain. So they'll come in today, and that's still not quite touch dry, so that's going to need another day to dry. Then next thing we've done, my boy bought himself a Mariva VXR, which I'll bring to the channel at some point when I get a chance. We'll go for a spin in. That's 243 brake, nice car, hard and blue, and the clutch decided to go. So we've got no pressure on the pedal whatsoever. So I tried to bleed the slave cylinder and stuff and see if we can get it going again. Don't want to know. So that's going to have gearbox off, subframe out, etc., etc., and have the old clutch replaced. Because that's all tuned up and whatever, I don't know what's in there. So it's probably going to be a stage 2, stage 3, something like that in there. So we're going to have to get that all apart and find out what's what on that, and go from there with that. It's also got our bottom ball joints and stuff like that as well. So it's been one of them weekends. Been a bit of a pain, but we'll spin round. We'll have a look at this one now. I'll let you have a little look at what we're actually doing today. So I was just going to do this one in the background while I was doing others, to be fair, and not really turn this one into a video, but might as well show you, mightn't I? So let's go and have a look, shall we? So this is the Corsa we were working on. It's a 03 plate with sensible miles. I think it's done 70,000. And if you look down the sides, you can see like it's a pearly, greeny sort of blue. And then if you go past the cap, you can see the cap's a different colour. And if you go up the top here, see how it goes all pearl and no colour? Well, that's my colour. So we're a million miles apart. We can never leave out like that. But if you look at the top of the boot, that's the right colour. And if you look at like inside the bonnet, stuff like that, that's the right colour. That's the colour we got on the bonnet that I've just sprayed. Much more deeper blue, as you can see. And inside the boot, everywhere else you look is the colour I've sprayed, not the colour what's on the sides. I've obviously got to get in here and get rid of all this. Someone's obviously been at it with the polish or something at some point. No, I've seen white buffer. But on this side, I've done a little blend along the top here, so you can see that's the right colour. But if I come back and out the way over here, look. I've like peeled a piece here just to see what's actually underneath it, and if you look there, there's your two colours. Look absolutely terrible. Literally got like a greeny colour and then a bluey colour, so it's definitely never going to work. But the bumpers are the right colour. The bumpers are that darky blue. So we're going to get away with that, and so is the back one. So we're going to get away with that colour wise, but the rest of the car, definitely not. Way too much pearl, way too much greeny, whatever colour it is. That's not right. While we're talking, we might as well, this is the old space heater we bought. Do the job, a couple £100, so you can't complain really, can you? I mean, it was going to cost me that to have someone look at the other one. I did strip it down myself and stuff, but there's nothing in there, you can't get into nothing. They're all like sealed units and circuit boards and stuff. There's nothing you can actually see. This is the old one over here, if you haven't seen it on the channel. It's pretty redundant now, can't really do nothing with it. Spits fuel and everything everywhere, but doesn't do anything else, so pretty useless really. So that's where we are. We've got a nice shiny bonnet, lovely colour, really good. That was all really stone chipped up and had a few dents in it. So we dealt with that. But as you can see, the sides are just not there. Not good. Colours the back of the boot. Yeah, I think the actual back of the boot near enough matches the bumpers, to be honest, but I'm going to probably have to do it because it's not going to match on these corners if not. And I want it all to match, so going to have to debadge all that, get that all off. Yeah, lots of more extra work that I didn't think I was going to have to do, because to be fair, it's in decent condition down the sides, just the wrong colour.